Welcome to the deep dive. We've got some really interesting sources today looking at this idea called the Ratchet.
Right. It's more than just rising debt, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's about how these short-term fixes, things done for stability.
They end up compounding fragility quietly, sort of, across generations.
Until the whole thing just breaks.
And that's what we want you to get from this deep dive today. Understanding those generational trade-offs.
You know, how we get from a bailout that seemed necessary
To a total system failure decades later. We'll track it through three people: Michael in 2009, Sarah in 2028, and Leo in 2041.
Okay, let's start with Michael. 2009, that first turn of the ratchet.
He was really facing a disaster, wasn't he? Bank failures, financial contagion spreading.
Stuff that could literally stop the world economy cold.
So the fix was this Financial Stability Act, designed to stop that immediate collapse.
But what was that fix, really?
Well, the sources say Michael's generation, they had to build this bridge made of debt.
A bridge of debt, okay.
Yeah, the government basically took on enormous private risk. Bad assets, toxic stuff.
Onto the public books, using government guarantees.
Right. Relief was instant, but the cost pushed down the road.
So Michael, the pragmatist, sees this huge pile of global debt.
And basically says, that's tomorrow's problem.
But doesn't that just sound like short-sightedness? If he knew the cost.
Well, that's the tension, isn't it? The core of the Ratchet idea.
Stabilize now.
By ignoring the bigger structural issue, they treat the symptom, bank illiquidity,
By essentially feeding the disease, which was too much debt.
which leads us straight to Sarah, Michael's granddaughter, 2028. She's 38.
And that 2009 decision, it's hitting her hard now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Years of those super low interest rates after 2009.
Fueled a massive asset bubble. That's the direct consequence.
In Sarah's generation, they're kind of trapped.
How so?
Well, those low rates, the sources are pretty clear. They didn't really boost wages or normal investment much.
No, they inflated assets. Housing, stocks.
Exactly. So Sarah's salary buys less security, less actual ownership.
While big corporations are snapping up assets, speculating.
And that's what they call the new fragility. Sarah feels it.
Her trust in the system is just eroding.
Completely. She sees prices soar, feels the weight of inherited debt.
And she hears that faint clicking sound you mentioned in the sources.
Yeah, like the ratchet turning again, expecting another failure.
It's like a psychological burden, isn't it?
Totally. Carrying the weight from a crisis she didn't start while seeing the next one building up.
And that pressure cooker finally bursts in 2041.
Mm-hmm.
For Leo, Sarah's son, the great unwinding,
Yeah, the trigger, according to the material, was some kind of geopolitical shock.
which hit that huge asset bubble.
Right. But this time was different. The system was out of options.
Why? What changed?
Where Ratchet was maxed out, that's the key.
Yeah.
Global debt was just astronomical.
So the old fix, the bailout,
It was impossible.
Oh.
Even suggesting more government debt, more bailouts.
caused sovereign debt markets to collapse. Currencies, too.
Instantly. The cure would kill the patient, basically. The safety net built on debt was gone.
So no safety net. What happens then?
Then you just get these raw, reinforcing loops taking over. The system attacks itself.
Things like the crash output spiral,
Yeah.
unemployment spiral.
Exactly. Job losses cause demand to drop, causing more job losses. Bank failures cause more bank failures.
And central banks can't stop it.
Their credibility was shot. They'd use up all their ammo, all their trust. It just spirals.
And Leo, standing in the middle of this,
Mhm.
this wreckage, finds his grandfather's journal from 2009.
Yeah. Michael wrote, "We did what we had to do."
And Leo's reaction.
It's brutal. He just thinks, you just did what was easy.
Wow. That really sums up the ratchet, doesn't it? Trading stability now.
For collapse later.
Yeah.
Prioritizing the easy fix over the necessary one.
So if that ratchet, that mechanism, is finally broken in this scenario,
It leaves a big question for you, the listener.
right, when you start rebuilding from that kind of wreckage, what principles do you absolutely have to avoid?
What do you make sure not to bake into the new system so the next generation doesn't get handed another ticking clock?